Hello and welcome. My name is Kim with Lotus Within Yoga, and thank you for joining me for day 29 of my 30 Days of Yoga Challenge. So, today we're being joined by my lovely standard poodle, Desi. She's decided that she wants to be in today's video, so here she is. So, today's class, we're going to just keep it kind of chill and down on the ground and just kind of like a yin class, but not really holding them quite as long. Um, no props are really required, but if you have them, great, have them handy, and we'll collect our stuff and we'll get ready. All right, so today's class should be a good head to toe, nice twisty stretch. So we'll start today's class in a child's pose. So starting on your hands and your knees. You can take your knees as wide as feels comfortable for you. Toes come to touch in the back. Setting the hips down onto the heels and slowly walking your body forward. The wider you take your knees, the more intense the posture will feel. And just take a few moments here to scan through your body and notice how you're feeling. Giving yourself a moment of gratitude, a pat on the back for showing up here. Noticing without judgment how your body is feeling. And we're actually going to take this into a twist. So slowly just bring your hands in towards you, just enough so that you can raise up. And we're going to take our right arm and weave it through our left hand and arm in this area and coming back onto the back of our shoulders. So like a thread the needle, but we're going to keep this nice child's pose legs. So coming onto the back of that right shoulder, and maybe your head can come down to the mat, and maybe you grab a block and put your head on a block. And if it feels too intense to have that left arm up, you can walk it back in towards your face, keeping the neck nice and long. The palm is shining up to the sky. So feel this nice stretch along the back side of your right shoulder. And today's affirmation is, I am stronger than I realize. Take 2 more breaths right here. You can press into your left hand as you start to bring the shoulder back up. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So this time we're going to take our left hand and weave it in between our hand and our elbow, coming onto the back of that left shoulder, maybe leaning the head down onto the mat. Keeping those hips nice and heavy and maybe reaching forward with that right hand if it feels comfortable and safe to do so. If it feels like you can't hold or you're holding your breath while you're in this pose, feel free to walk that hand back. I'm going to show you lots of different options. You find the one that works for your body and where your practice is today here. Big, full breaths. I am stronger than I realize. Excellent. 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Start to press into that right hand as you slowly come back through center. And let's come on up to a seated pose. Oh, you look so cozy. Don't know about you guys, but my dogs usually like to be around me when I'm practicing yoga. I don't usually have them in my videos so that they're not too distracting, but every now and then I like to bring these cozy vibes in with me. Okay, so actually, why am I facing you? I want to get us into deer pose. So deer pose is very similar to the same sensation that you will get in your swan or pigeon pose, and is always a great alternative if you're finding that pose is just a little bit too much. We're going to start by taking our right leg out in front of us. So the Our thigh is going straight out, and then we're going to bend the knee at a 90-degree angle. So see, bam. We're going to take our left leg out to the side, again, at a right angle, out to the side, bend into the right knee. So you've got like this little star kind of shape going on with your legs here. So we're going to do deer pose in a couple different ways. Now this is can feel really quite funky because there's not a whole lot of poses that we do that have that external rotation of the thigh, but we're definitely going to hit it in this posture here, um, in both different variations. So just try and square off a little bit through the hips as if you were to take your shoulders and point them forward. And maybe this right here, you're feeling all the feels and you're like, yeah, you know what, I don't need to go anywhere. But excuse me, if you can, see how it feels to start to walk the hands forward. And it can get sometimes quite intense into that hip and into our right glute. Maybe you can even come down onto your forearms. Maybe not. I'm just exploring in this posture while staying nice and connected with your breath. I'm stronger than I think I am. Realize. I am stronger than I realize. Let's just take 2 more breaths in this forward fold in this deer. And you can start to press into your hands, raise yourself up. And now this time we're going to start to lean back, but more at like a diagonal because you won't really be able to lean straight back because like our body doesn't move that way. But you can take your hands in behind you and start to walk them back. And you're really going to feel that again in that hip flexor. But again, you want to be feeling safe in your knees, okay? There's just a really nice external rotation of the leg here. And only go as far back as feels comfortable for you. Please don't compare yourself to anyone else and just play with the posture, see where you're feeling it. I really like to go back down onto my elbows in this posture, but again, it can be quite intense. So just find the pose that suits you. I am stronger than I realize. And while we're leaning back, make sure that your shoulders aren't creeping up underneath your ears. 2 more breaths here. You got this. If you lean back, you can slowly start to press on up. And I'm just going to turn so that I can face you, but we're going to come into shoelace from here. So you're going to just take that left leg and swing it up and around and maybe stacking your knees on top of each other. So you still want both hip bones to be down and rooted into the ground. But if this just isn't feeling like you can sit comfortably in this, take that right leg, extend it down. Okay, so still stacking one knee on top of the other, but not everybody's hips are built the same. Men, women, depending on which age you are, our hips are all different. So please do the posture for your skeleton. Okay, both feet come out to the side, and what we're going to do from here is we're going to get a little bit into the shoulders while we're here. So let's pretzel it up a little bit more. We have our left leg on top, so we're going to take our arms to cactus on either side, and we're going to wrap the left arm underneath the right. Maybe right here, holding onto opposite shoulder is enough for your shoulders, or you can see if you can do one more crisscrossy at the forearms. So we want to rock and roll those shoulders back and down the body, lifting through the elbows, pull the hands away from the face, and then see if you can start to fold forward. Lots of different movements going on in this posture. So if you're feeling like a pretzel, it's because you are. I am stronger than I realize. Really nice stretch for the low back and hips as well as the upper body. Soften through the face and the jaw. And just two more big breaths here. Beautiful. You can slowly start to rise up as you unwind, roll those shoulders back, uncrossing the legs. We're going to take our soles of our feet to the ground, and then we're going to take our hands just a little bit kind of roughly underneath our shoulders as we lean back a little bit. We're going to go into a reverse tabletop. Now, I know this is a posture that I struggled with a really long time because it can be quite intense on the shoulders, but just give it a go, give it a try, and see how it feels for you. So once you have your feet and your hands nice and rooted, you're going to start to press through the hips, coming up into that reverse tabletop, really squeezing through the glutes and the hamstrings, even pretending like you have a block in between your thighs. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale, come back down. Okay, let's repeat that on the other side. Whew, intense one on the shoulders. Okay, so this time we're going to take our left leg out in front of us, 90-degree bend in the leg. And then my right leg is coming out to the side, 90-degree bend in that knee. Find your rooted feet and maybe start to walk the hands forward into this deer pose. Staying connected with the breath, softening through the jaw and the face. I am stronger than I realize. Checking that those shoulders aren't starting to creep up underneath your ears, gently rolling them back and down. And just take two more big breaths here. And you can start to press in through the hands, raising yourself up. And now we're going to take it back in behind, really getting into that internal rotation of the right hip. So take your hands behind you and start to walk back at a diagonal. And maybe coming down onto your arms, maybe not. And breathe. Knowing that the sensation can be so different from one side to the other. I know this side, I seem to have quite a bit of tension in my hip flexor, on the right hand side. So this, I'm feeling all the feels. Let's have two more big breaths right here. And press into your hands as you come up back through center. And what we'll do is come back into that cow face pose. So we're going to take that right leg, swinging it up and around, stacking one knee on top of the other. And if lining these knees one on top of the other just doesn't really feel good for you, go ahead, straighten that left leg and just try and stack them from here. You can also take a block or a pillow, pop it in between the knees, also helps feel a little bit more supported. So we're going to do a little more twisting from here, finding that nice tall seat, both seat bones rooted into the ground. Take your arms to either side in a cactus, and we're going to wrap our right arm underneath our left. Maybe holding onto the shoulders here is where you need, or you can see how it feels to do one more cross or two at the forearms. Okay, so shoulders roll back and down, elbows up, hands peel away from the face, and then maybe you fold. This feels absolutely lovely for my right glute. I don't know about you guys. I'm feeling some tension in my low back today, so these hip movements are actually going to be quite the little blessing I needed. And I hope that you guys feel the same way too. Checking in, seeing if you're starting to bring any tension in through the face or the jaw. Focusing back on your breath. We'll be here for 2 more big deep breaths. Okay, using your core to help engage, you can start to bring yourself up, untwisting, untwist, untwist. We're going to do that reverse tabletop one more time. So taking your feet, bending soles of the feet on the ground, roughly about hip width distance apart. Again, hands, fingers pointing towards your seat, really rooting down as we press up through the glutes, squeezing in through the core, tight through the inner thighs. Breathe. I am stronger than I realize. Exhale, coming back through. Perfect. I'm just going to turn so that I can face you. You can stay where you are. Let's take our right arm up overhead, doing a nice side bend, reaching, rolling that right shoulder back. Should feel really nice. Excellent. Coming back up through center, but we're going to take that right arm to the left knee, coming right into that twist. Tall spine, as if the crown of your head could reach up and touch the sky. Broad through the chest and the collarbones. Excellent. Come back through center, but keep a hold of that left knee, and you're going to take your left arm up and over. Little side bend with a little tension. Excellent. Release. Come back through center. Shake it out, roll it out. This time take your left arm up and over, side bend to the right. Release the tension of your neck. Roll that left shoulder back. One more big breath here. Inhaling as you come back up through center, left hand to right knee, and twist over to the right. Nice and broad through the collarbones, tall through the spine. One more breath here. And come back through center. Keep a hold of that. Yeah, that's your right knee. Let's take our right arm up and over. Last little side bend. Nice little tension. Just roll out that shoulder even a little bit more. Beautiful. Let's come back through center and take it on down. Any last little movements you want to take, please feel free to do so. And we'll get ready for our final resting posture of Shavasana. So down onto the mat as you take up some space. Palms shine up to the sky, shoulders roll back and tucked under the body. Long through the neck, maybe a slight tuck of the chin as you release for a few moments of surrender. And gently bringing your awareness back to your surroundings, wiggling through the fingers and the toes, rolling out to your wrists and your ankles, and taking your arms overhead for a big good morning stretch. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug, a squeeze, maybe rock side to side, nice little massage for the low back. You can roll to one side as you press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Okay, awesome. We've done it 29 days. Tomorrow, I can't wait to share the very last practice with you guys. I'd love to hear some feedback as to how you found these videos. Yeah, give me some ideas of what you'd like to see next. And I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 30. Namaste.